Hey, what's up? This is Cody from Dark Cells Entertainment. I'm here this month with First One Dies, band from Atlanta, Georgia. What's up, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, man, good to see you guys.
Thank
So, go ahead and introduce yourself to the fans.
Tanner Gross, drummer.
Brandon, vocalist.
I'm Jono, I'm the bassist.
I'm Ray, the guitarist slash founder. And we would have our other guitarist here today, but he is not able to make it today.
Okay.
And his name's Noah James.
Noah James.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, cool. So, tell me a little bit about how the band got together. How did you guys form? How did you guys meet?
Originally, it was a solo project. And
Okay.
then, I've been at it for maybe 7 years or more. And then, I finally found the right members, they're dedicated and they have a passion and talent of what they do. And when we put it all together, I'm like, man, this needs to be a band.
Yeah.
And we all got along. I did have a couple of old members, they had a lot of things going on, but, they're very talented, and I found some other talented people and some friends, and from there, we were just like peas in a pie, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Yeah, it's always good to have that camaraderie in a band.
Exactly.
Not just people who come together to play music, but you're also friends and
Yeah, exactly.
do stuff
Yeah.
together. It's more of a brotherhood kind of thing.
It is. It's
Pretty
like a
much.
second family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man. So, how long has this lineup been together?
I would have to say
Like 2.5.
2.5, 2 years.
2 years?
I want to say I've been with them for about 3 years now.
Okay.
And
I'm the newest edition.
Yeah,
the newest
I've been here
edition's
almost
right
a year.
here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so that's cool. So you guys been around. So First One Dies. How long's the project been around?
It's been around for like at least 7 years.
At least 7 years.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, so mostly just a studio project to begin with.
Correct. And then we had our, EP. Was it Traditions?
Traditions,
Yeah,
yeah.
traditions.
And then after that EP, we had some newer members. We still have our help from our old drummer Biden. He's a really
Yeah.
good friend,
Okay.
and he helps us out a lot when it comes to like just giving
Production.
opinions and
Sure.
productions and stuff like that.
Sure. It's always good to have someone who you can trust to say, "Hey, man, does this really sound good?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, second year.
Tell me if this sounds like crap, because I don't want to
Yeah.
play it if it sounds like crap. Yeah, that's
He had
cool.
no problem with that.
No, that's cool. So First One Dies. So did that name is that just a clever name, or has it got a meaning behind it?
Not
or-
well, meaning I don't did really like I was just chilling, just laying in bed and having my little adult time and stuff. But
Yeah.
it's like First One Dies. Why does that have a ring to it? And I was like, I'm just looking it up, and I was like, all right, nothing has it, but I just picked that name. It just came out.
Just came
back
out of
the
nowhere?
head. Yeah, it
Yeah.
just came out of nowhere.
First One Dies.
Yeah.
Come out of the ether.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Hey, like I said, I wasn't sure if it had a different, some kind of mystical meaning behind it or
Yeah.
Yeah.
something else like that. So, no, First
I
One
kind of
Dies.
like it because it puzzles people when they hear it because it's not technically like proper grammar.
Right.
First
Yeah.
one, you can't really use that in a sentence, so people are like, what does that mean? It's just kind of funny to just tell them like, I don't know, man, it just
Yeah,
happened.
it sounded cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like tag
it
almost.
sounds
Hey,
cool.
First One Dies.
Yeah, and thank you for having a readable logo as well.
Yeah, oh yeah. I know,
In
it's
your
not.
genre, it's easy to have a real scribbly logo, but you can't read.
It's
but-
crazy tree branches, but
Yeah,
yeah.
No hate to the people.
No,
who
no
do
hate
that.
to it at all.
I can't read it. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I mean, some of them I can read, but not all of them.
Yeah.
Some of them I'm like, no, that's definitely not there. It's not readable. But
Right.
no, that's good. I'm glad you guys did that when you put your logos and everything. That's cool. So, so tell me a little bit about the writing process. So, when you guys write a song or you put a song together, like how does that happen? Do you guys get together, just all jam it out, or riff together, or do you come with some pre-production, like kind of scoped out on a computer, or what's it like?
It's,
writing?
it's happened all sorts of ways.
It's happened all sorts of ways. Sometimes I'll pick up a guitar and be like, "Hey, Red, look at this." I've written like a riff or two or something. He's like, "Wow, let's do something with this." Or
Yeah.
he'll have something that he's like, "Hey guys, play this riff real quick." And this is when I first started too. Him and Jono were mainly writing the riffs, and Jono and him go back and forth
Yeah.
with riff ideas, and then Biden at the time would just bounce off of it, and they would just jam it away.
Yeah, that's cool, man. It's cool. So you guys pretty much just kind of riff together in
Yeah,
the rehearsal space.
Basically,
Yeah.
you know, there'll be something that he writes, you know, and he'll send it to me, and I'm like, hey, you know, what do you think? And
Just bouncing off.
basically, he wants me to come over and redo the guitar. I'm like, sure, no problem, but this is already sounding pretty cool. I might
Yeah.
stick with it.
Yeah.
You know, believe it or not,
Sometimes I
our
can be a stickler
vocalist,
though.
he has a good, he has some guitar experience as well.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. I'm a vocalist, but I play bass as well. But
Hell yeah.
I'm just a
That's what I
follow-along
started
bass
out
player.
with.
Nothing special.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah, I can play. That was about it.
Yeah.
No, that's cool, man. That's cool. So I'm glad to hear that you guys, you know, have a good writing style and kind of put things together like that, and you can do it multiple ways. That's always, you know, good because and it's good that multiple members write too, because that means everybody's contributing and
Yeah.
it feels like they're part of the group and stuff.
Right.
So that's cool.
Shoot, even Tanner sometimes is like, hey,
Oh, yeah.
do something with that.
Always changing
I'm like,
stuff
man,
up. There's
You're
always
right.
better ways to do it.
Yeah.
The more I hear it, the better it gets.
That's cool. So when it comes to the lyrics on songs, do you have stuff already kind of written ahead of time, or do you just write as the song finishes, or how do you do that?
I try to make the voice right in something that revolves around emotion. And if I feel a certain way with the song, it kind of essentially takes me to another place, makes me think of what the place would be like, and I
Yeah.
write about that.
Okay.
It's like channeling my inner energy or something. Some of my songs are very personal,
Yeah.
like Black Flame. That one's a very personal one of mine because I was in the hospital for like 8 months
Oh,
with
wow.
cancer. And then Sea of Dread, just talking about depression.
Yeah.
And then Sleepless was more of a personal song for him that I helped him write. He went through some shit too. He got PTSD off of that stuff now.
Mm.
Like, I'm surprised I can still play, dude. Just
Yeah.
with the fret hand, like, it just, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I have nerve damage, I can't do it, but I don't know, something tells me to keep on going, and I just keep
Yeah.
on trucking, bro.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
cool. It's hard to do that. I got a little arthritis in my hands. It sucks.
Yeah, it does, man. You
Yeah,
can
you
be
get
the
older.
weatherman and be like, yep, it's gonna rain today.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah, you
tell.
get a little older, you get a little arthritis in your hands. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Especially for playing guitar.
Yeah.
and then Jono recently lost his mother too, so we wrote a song about that called Sorrow, dedicated to her.
Cool.
And just most of the lyrics is just channeling like
There and now.
the there and now
Mm.
reality of stuff.
That's cool, man. Yeah, Chino writes like that.
Yeah,
in
hell yeah.
Deftones, he's like that. Like, you know, and it's crazy because a lot of people think, you know, they listen to Deftones songs and the lyrics are so elaborate, and so comprehensive, and just,
Yeah.
you know, he does such a cool thing with the
It's
lyrics.
like natural.
Yeah, and it's like, and you think, man, he's doing like, he must be telling some kind of story or something, or
Right.
No,
No.
most of that stuff he just writes right off the cuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, right off the cuff in the studio, he writes that stuff and just does it. It's just
Yeah.
like whatever he's feeling in the now.
Yeah.
So hey, it was whatever works, man. Whatever
Yeah.
works. I like to write poems and write lyrics just to my own beats in my head, and then
Yeah.
try to graft them
Yeah.
onto songs somewhat, which sometimes works and sometimes doesn't.
Yeah.
But you know, to each their own. Everybody does it a different way.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially vocalists. Vocalists are always peculiar about how they write their vocals and do their patterns
Yeah.
and do that kind of stuff. So I feel you, man.
Yeah. I am very peculiar about that.
So tell me what you guys have coming up in the future with First One Dies. So I mean, you've got some shows coming up later in the year. I know you just put an album out. So
Yeah.
just put an album out.
Kingslayer.
Kingslayer, and it was it came out in June or July.
It came
Yeah,
out in June.
It came out in June.
Yeah.
That's
The
what I
end of
thought.
June.
The end of
Like
June.
you're
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was
yeah.
like the end of the month, right at the beginning of this
Yeah,
month.
June 21st.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I listened to it, man. It sounds great. I mean, you guys did that yourself. You produced it yourself.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
master engineering right here.
So, thank you, but
It's just-
I did the production, recording them and everything, and I did a little bit of mixing.
Okay.
Then I sent it off to somebody else to master what I did. So
Cool.
it wasn't entirely just me, it was also our older drummer, Biden.
Yeah.
He was helping me out with that too.
That's cool.
We were bouncing back and forth through that whole thing.
Yeah.
And then also them, they were helping me out too.
Yeah.
From afar, listening every day and be like, "Can you change this? Can you change that?" I'm like, "Yeah, got you."
And it takes that. It takes a lot of tweaking. And
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
You have to have a game plan when you go to mix and
Oh,
those
yeah.
things.
Exactly.
It took me a while to get my template down, like for most of my songs, just so I can revert back to it if I like lost track of what I was doing, so I could just go back to it.
Yeah.
It took me a while to like get all that down, like, cause honestly I've been doing all this for about 2 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, the album's about 2 years in the making.
Yeah. Audio engineering is serious work, man. I mean, a lot of people think anybody can do it, but you have to have an ear for it, man.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
and not anybody can just mix it out.
Oh.
I had a little bit of
Master
high school
album.
experience with it, doing all 4 years, because they had like a music engineering class,
That's cool.
and I learned the basics of everything, just the basics. It was like completely rudimentary,
Yeah.
bass line, music theory. So and then we were working on GarageBand 9 at the time, I think it was, or 8.
Okay.
It was very old.
Garage band.
Yeah. Yeah, we had like
Good
iMacs
job.
all throughout the classroom and everything. We had Logic.
Hey, at least you had all that stuff,
Yeah.
though, dude. I mean, you know, at least you had that stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty
We
sick.
didn't do that when I was in school. We barely had computers. Computers were kind of a new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I became a freshman, it was a brand new class that they brought in. They got rid of home ec, unfortunately, and
That's worth it. It's a good sacrifice.
I guess.
Yeah, now nobody can cook, though.
Yeah. Properly.
So one thing we've been talking a lot about in the episodes that we've been doing with different bands is the scene in Atlanta right now, kind of like the health of the scene. You know, we've been talking a lot about the fact that there's just so many good local bands right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
the
man.
local talent is just overfloweth
Yeah.
with talent.
That's
right
what I'm
now.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, what do you guys think about the Atlanta scene, and like, who are some of your favorite Atlanta bands?
My Atlanta band's like Violent System, one played shirt.
Violent
Yeah.
System's
Josh,
great.
he's a badass.
Yeah.
Six, they're great.
Yeah, they're great too. Enox, that's my favorite band.
Enox.
Oh,
right now.
Enox, yeah. Enox
I've
is
been
good.
on a serious Enox kicks for
They're
like
Atlanta?
3 years.
I
Yeah.
didn't realize that.
Well, not technically Atlanta. They're like in
I thought they were like.
Gainesville, Athens.
Okay, I was about to say I thought they were like northeast or like in the
Yeah.
Carolinas.
Right.
For some
Yeah,
reason.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Glass
and-
Edge.
Glass Edge.
Glass Edge.
Yeah.
The young
they're-
kids, but they rock
A
out.
bunch of young cats, man.
I
One
love
of
it.
17.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They came
Yeah.
out swinging, man.
Where'd you guys play with them at?
Black
That's
Strap.
Great.
At Blackstrap?
Yeah.
Were they one of the
Masquerade.
school
We played-
bands?
It was at the Masquerade first.
I don't know.
Okay.
I just saw
Long
X's
time they
on their
should be.
hands, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh
The
wow.
first time we saw them, they were playing with us at the Masquerade at the altar.
Yeah.
And they opened up for that whole
That was our
entire
first
gig.
show.
Okay.
With Of Ancients.
Okay. Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
Oh, that,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I was
that's
there.
right.
It was a bunch
Yeah,
of
yeah,
the
yeah.
first band that went
Those
on.
kids.
I don't think I saw them, but I was there that night.
Yeah, I
they
saw, when I saw you, I was like, hey, they're
Dude, they were really good. They were really good.
Yeah. I don't know. I must have missed them because. Well, I just don't remember it. Man, I probably just don't remember it.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. No, the Atlanta scene's been popping off, man. There's like, I'm trying to see how many local band tees I can wear through every episode of the show.
Hey, there's
You
nothing
know,
wrong with
I
that.
can see how many I can
Yo.
pull off.
Isn't Yosemite from Atlanta?
Yeah, Yosemite and Black.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fucking sick. They've
They're
been ripping
sick.
it.
They've been tearing it up lately. Yeah, they had a lot of success with the video, and they've been doing really good since they signed with Terminus, Hate
Yeah.
City.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been doing good. So that's good for them, man.
And I can't, God Tongue, you know. that-
God Tongue,
God,
yeah,
so
man.
Who's looking for a vocalist? So
Yeah.
anybody wants to do vocals?
Yeah.
Hector's my
Atlanta
man.
for
He's
and
cool
also-
shit.
very
Yeah.
good tech death band. God
Yeah.
Tongue's looking.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
also shout out to Salamander X, man. They're
Yeah.
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 killing it
We
too.
we
yeah.
played with them at the Drunken Unicorn, and
Yeah.
they killed
Yeah.
it.
They were
dude.
awesome.
Yeah, Nick and them are actually going to use the label's van to go to the Gathering.
Oh, no
Yeah.
So
shit.
they're playing the Gathering.
Wow,
uh,
they told
in
us about
August
that. That's
Yeah.
awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That's what the
with
Uh,
ICP
yeah.
and the Juggalos.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be great for them. That's right up their
That's
alley. Like
huge.
John
Yeah.
Lawrence.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's cool.
That's gonna be a good.
dude.
lineup.
Hollow God was good at the Drunken Unicorn
They were
show
all
too.
the bands over there.
Yeah.
Hollow God, Drowned. I mean,
Yeah,
there's just so
Drowned.
many.
Drowned.
Like you
Drowned.
say in Atlanta, there's just it's hard to pick
Yeah.
my favorites.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of good bands, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of good bands right now.
There's shows somewhere every weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always
for
something
sure.
to do.
Well, that's what we were
Yeah.
kind of talking
Oh.
about. Atlanta's kind of becoming a little bit like LA in some regards. Like,
Oh yeah.
you know, like you could go to LA and you could play a different part of LA every night and play to a different audience,
Right.
play to a different crowd, you know, play in different parts of, that's why people used to go out west to go to LA to get famous. And,
Yeah.
you know, Atlanta's kind of becoming like that a little bit where you can play a different section of Atlanta almost every
It's
night.
the music capital. Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Really
because it's
is.
so spread out.
Yeah.
No, that's cool, man.
Lots of opportunity.
So when you guys write your stuff, or when you're kind of looking at, you know, where you came from and what you listen to musically, like what are some of your influences and some of your inspiration for each of you?
I'd have to say, like, growing up, you know, just Job for a Cowboy,
Mhm.
Whitechapel. My top favorite still to this day, even, you know, with Trevor gone, Black Dahlia Murder.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still playing strong, man.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm glad that they still have, you know, that Brian, he stepped in,
Mhm.
put down the guitars and doing
And he's an
vocals.
OG member too, right?
Yep,
Yeah, that's what I
yeah,
thought. He's an
yeah.
OG member, yeah.
hmm
But,
Which is awesome.
yeah, mainly those bands, just listening to them growing up, and you know, I was a big Mudvayne fan.
Yeah.
You know, I had all the albums growing up, the LD50.
I was a big LD50 fan.
Yeah,
and
and
I
then-
fell in love with that album.
When I heard the End of All Things Come, and then, all right, from there I started kind of really dedicating myself towards guitar, and just, all right, these are the kind of bands that definitely are going to influence,
Yeah.
give me
Yeah.
that motivation to try to get to their level. You know, for talent wise.
Oh yeah, dude. As an aspiring bass player, I mean, Ryan Martini is
Oh
up
yeah.
there. I
Yeah.
mean, like he is an amazing bass player.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
people don't realize, like, a lot of what you hear in Mudvayne is the bass player.
Yeah.
No offense to guitar player, he's great too. But
He is, but yeah,
the bass player is amazing. On
he
the
is. He is.
Hell
It's
yeah.
a reason why it's called Berber Ding.
What about
Exactly.
you?
What about you, man?
No, I'm just kidding.
When it comes to metal, I mean, I like,
I just whatever inspires you, man, whether it's metal or not.
well, when it comes to metal, like Body Snatcher, and I like,
Bro, yeah.
Spite.
I like Spike.
I'm trying not to be basic here.
They're hardcore.
Yeah, but really a lot of my influence musically comes from like psychedelic rock.
Okay.
I'm a huge Deadhead.
Okay.
He's our hippie.
I like doom metal. You know,
Yeah.
anything trippy, dude. I like a little bit of everything. Billy Strings, psychedelic bluegrass.
Okay.
That's really where my passion for music comes from.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
Hell
cool. What about you, Brandon?
And if I could give you 5 bands, I've always loved Suicide Silence, but the era of Mitch Lucker,
Yeah.
Job for a Cowboy.
I love Eddie Hermida.
Yeah.
But I like
It's
Eddie
not
Hermida
bad.
and All Shall Perish.
All Shall Perish
Exactly.
is one of
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's just probably something everybody says that elitists say or whatever, but
Yeah.
it's true for me. I'm a big, cause I came up with the same Suicide Silence as a big one
Yeah.
for me.
That's
Yeah.
what got me into deathcore.
Suicide Silence, Whitechapel,
Whitechapel.
Chelsea Grin, Fit for an Autopsy, and then Paleface.
Okay. Yeah, you pretty much just named my playlist.
Yeah.
I keep in constant rotation because if you ever get in the car with me, it's usually Thy Art is Murder,
Yep.
Chelsea Grin,
Yep.
and Fit, and I've been lately. I mixed in a little bit of. I had the new Job for Cowboy, but it was okay. But I've been mixing in a little bit of the Red Chord. I've been listening to the
Yeah.
Red Chord. I pulled that stuff back out because they were so far ahead of their time.
Yeah.
You ever heard of the Agony Scene?
No. But yeah. The Agony Scene, yeah, I've heard of them.
They're really good too.
What you, man?
Honestly, my range has been all over the place, man. Just like when I was a kid, it was shoved down my throat so much, from like 80s hair to grunge to new metal to now it's like I love Machine Head and Chimera,
I was
Bleed
about
the
to say,
Sky.
I know you're a Chimera fan.
Yeah,
'Cause
man.
We talked about that. in
They're my
depth.
favorite, dude.
Yeah, that's. I'll be honest with you. That's where I learned to scream from when I was coming up.
Them
doing
heavy
vocals.
hitters.
That's
Was
badass.
Mark
Mark
Hunter.
Mark Hunter. That's how I
Yeah.
learned how to scream. Was screaming to Possibility of Reason in the car.
Best album they put out.
That's how I kind of figured it out. Yeah, that's awesome.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome. Well, so tell me a little bit about what you guys got coming up on the road. So we got October 19th. I know you're playing Mom Fest with Dark Cells Entertainment.
Yes.
So I know you guys are going to help us out with that. That's our breast cancer awareness
Yes.
show.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
we're definitely gonna be there.
Yeah, so you guys are going to be headlining that, I think.
Cool.
Okay.
Which will be sweet. And then what else you have in the pipe after that? Anything big coming up or anything?
I know we got after we do have his mom's memorial show.
Okay. When is that?
That's coming up on.
That's next week.
That's next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
No
after,
worries.
I mean, after this is out, but yeah.
but after that, our main one will be the free show in Little 5 Points.
Yeah.
With Left to Suffer.
Okay, yeah, you guys are playing the
And,
8, what date is that?
The
August
31st.
8/31st, yeah,
Yeah.
August 31st. I was gonna say 8/27, but it's 7/27 and 8/31.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we sponsored that with Sid and Jay. Those
Cool.
are great guys, man.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
They've been doing a lot for the Atlanta metal scene for
Yeah.
a long time.
They've been great. Yeah.
But as far as anything after October, I don't think we got anything
Anything
else
yet?
right now.
Yeah.
Pushing the album.
Pushing the album.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Maybe you guys can get on the Mosh for Tot show with me and Tim
Yeah.
and come out there and play that with us because that's going to be a big to do this
Tim
year.
from Leaf Blower.
Yeah, Tim from Leaf
Oh
Blower.
my God, I haven't seen him in a while.
And Kendrick from Violent System.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
He's the ex-drummer from Violent System. Him and me and Kendrick, we all work together and put together Mosh for Tots, Mom Fest, Mosh for Paws, and Mosh for Vets.
Where you guys do it now?
What's that?
Where you guys normally put the show on?
This year it's going to be at the Masquerade.
Okay.
If we get a date worked out and we can get everything worked out at the Masquerade, that's what we're hoping to do Mosh for Tots this year.
Okay.
And then Mom Fest is going to be at Blackstrap in Gainesville.
Okay.
So
Cool.
yeah, that's where you guys will be. We'll sell out Blackstrap. I mean, no problem with Mom Fest with the bands with the lineup we have coming. So
Nice.
it's going to be one of the bands from the School of Rock is going to play. They're going to open the show because I couldn't pick an opener.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't figure out of all these bands who should open because none of them are opening bands. So I was like, let's get a School from Rock Band because
Yeah.
School Rock Band because that's what they love to do is open shows and do that stuff. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna get some of their talent out there. So
That's
they're gonna open the show. Then it's it might not be in this order, but it's Septarian, Truth to Power, Violent System, Subdivisions, and you guys.
Okay.
So that's a killer lineup.
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
band
that's a
bands.
pretty
Whole
hefty
day thing.
lineup.
Yeah, it's a pretty heavy lineup. So should be pretty sick, man. I'm
It's
looking
gonna start
forward
at
to
like
it.
12?
What's that?
What you thinking 12?
Well, no, it'll probably start at like 5 or 6.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll probably start like 5 or 6 and run until midnight. So
There you go.
Nice.
yeah, it'll be a nice little afternoon of metal for sure.
We'd
Yeah.
love to come
Yeah.
do that for
Yeah,
sure.
dude, awesome. All right, well, thanks everybody for watching. We appreciate you coming out, and make sure you go check out First One Dies. Check out the album. Check out everything that's coming from these guys. They're very talented, very successful Atlanta bands. Only going to get more successful. So we appreciate you guys watching this episode. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. We'll see you next month.
Thank you.
Peace.